Okay, well, we are so glad you've joined us this evening. Tonight, you're going to get to hear an eavesdrop on us three Denver, Colorado moms. We're mompreneurs, we're raising healthy kids while at the same time, we're enjoying the benefits of an amazing income. And I'm Reagan Dean, and tonight I'm joined by my two friends, Ellen Graham. Say hi, Ellen.
Hello.
And Jenna Platt.
Hi.
And we're going to just have a conversation tonight, you guys. I'm kind of the mom that's raised her kids.
Oh, we lost her for a minute.
And she's got four crazy boys. So, anyway, I'm happy to be on this mission with you two. Thank you guys so much for being willing to come on and share with some of the other moms on a way that we can raise healthy kids and at the same time have an amazing income.
So glad to be here.
Absolutely thrilled to be here.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of feel like my number one job as a mom is to gift my kids with their health. How about you?
Absolutely. Your babies are born, and those are the things you start thinking about is how are they eating, pooping, and sleeping. So health and wellness becomes of the utmost importance.
Yeah, I kind of feel like if they don't have their health, so many times we try to help them have good grades and do good in sports and all of that. But if we're not giving them great nutrition and really helping them focus on their health, all of that really doesn't matter. So, there's a lot of different ideas out on the market. And when I first heard about this solution, I was super, super skeptical. And, after hearing that there was real research behind our products and that my kids got them for free, I immediately became interested and we got our family started. So real quick, I just want to share a little bit about our products and we'll kind of talk about more about what we do. But we're Juice Plus, and we help people flood their body with lots of produce with these little capsules. And they are over 30, actually, by the time you add in our shakes, which we have some yummy shakes as well, our complete shake, you get over 45 plants into your diet every single day. And I'm so glad that my kids got this every day for the last 16 years. And, I'm glad that as a mom, I didn't have to have that mom guilt where my kids, I send them out the door and most kids are out there eating that birthday cake diet when we're not around. And at least I knew that they were getting, these plant concentrates into their diet every single day. And like I said, the thing that interested me was the fact that we have approaching 40 published peer-reviewed studies. So I didn't need to guess if this was going to work in my kids' diet. I knew that it was going to help their body. It's going to help their biomarkers in every area improve, from their immune systems to their DNA repairing better. I love starting them at a young age, having healthy DNA, especially with all of the different family genetics that we have, maybe that might pop up for them later. So I love that they're protected. Their cardiovascular systems, oxidative stress is reduced, reducing inflammation. So that, you get that going in your body and in your family's body, your kid's body, that makes for a healthy kid no matter what. So how about you guys?
It was such a no-brainer. I mean, if they could really put fruits and vegetables in a capsule, I knew I needed it. And, I started taking it when my son was 2 months old. So I knew he was getting it directly through breast milk. And then as the kids grew, because they put it in a chewable, when they were sitting there eating Cheerios and chunks of avocado and banana off of their high chair, I had the chewables, cut in quarters at first and then in half there for them to nibble on, because we just know that none of us get enough.
Yeah, for sure.
And when I first heard about it, I knew that my husband and I, he wasn't touching anything green. So this was something that we needed. I noticed that we were starting to eat a little bit better, but, for me, the key was when we decided we wanted to start a family, I was so blessed to have that nutrition through 3 healthy pregnancies. And my last pregnancy was a twin pregnancy, and I was very nervous about that. But we went almost full term, and their APGAR scores were great, and they did not get whisked away to the NICU, which was my huge, huge fear. And they went home with me 2 days later. And I know it's because of, that amazing nutrition that I was getting every day. And now, you know, one of their first words was Juice Plus. So they're 2.5 right now, and they go crazy for it. So I feel really lucky that, you know, I have that as an insurance policy, because they're going to eat like kids some days. And, you know, we just do the best that we can every day. And this tool makes me feel like a better mom, that I'm doing something good for them every day.
Yeah. You know, my kids, they stopped going for sick visits and started going just for well visits.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge. In fact, even their doctor started referring people that were always sick to talk to Reagan. So that was really rewarding to be able to share that great nutrition with them.
No, I love that trajectory. And Jenna, watching you go through 27 months of pregnancy in total to have your 4 beautiful babies. And watching you flow through every pregnancy. And I love that Juice Plus is really womb to tomb. And then watching our kids grow up healthier and stronger, you know, really going to the pediatrician for well checks, for stitches and broken bones versus, you know, so many other things, whether it's the everyday childhood illnesses or some of the scarier stuff that's out there. I think that prevention piece resonated with me early on. You know, you want to do everything you can to give your child the best health for their lifetime.
Yeah. And I don't know about you guys, but after we started having great results, I was starting to tell other moms about it anyway, because I wanted my kids to be around healthy kids. And I wanted those moms to be able to have those same benefits that we had. So I decided to join our mission and be able to gift that to other people. So.
No, and joining the mission was a no-brainer, because I think that as women, we tell other women things we like. You know, we read a great book, or, you know, we read a great blog, we repost it, things like that. So with Juice Plus, you know, for me, after a couple weeks of taking it and feeling a significant uplift in my energy, I was telling people about it and realized that what I had in my hands was an amazing resource that could impact countless families around me. And then going back to the research that you shared, Reagan, when I really understood the science, the impact in my mind became monumental. It was almost like I have an obligation to share this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and don't you guys think as moms, like there's so many moms out there that, you know, we love our kids, number one, but sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but I was like, I got it at the time my kids were into Barney and Spot was my era, which I don't know what they're listening to now, but I was like, God, I used to get in a fight with my husband because he got to have an adult conversation. And I was like, all I ever do is listen to Barney and Spot. And so I was actually looking for something too that I could do that was grown up. And, you know, something that I could do that made a difference. And I had done a lot of other home-based businesses, and I didn't want another experience. I didn't, you know, as much as I love, you know, certain brands of lipstick that maybe I had represented before, it wasn't something that was going to be life-changing for other people. I wanted to be part of something that actually made a difference. And so, you know, I know for me, I was super skeptical when I first came on, but within a couple of years, I was able to create a 6-figure income. And my husband was a builder at the time, and, you know, real estate goes like this all the time. So to be able to also have a full corporate benefits package was such a blessing, and still is. And that's what has sustained our family for all of these last 16 years. So it's been awesome.
Yep. I feel like I needed this for, you know, coming from the corporate world and deciding to stay home was a huge identity shift. And I needed that. I needed to be able to do something that gave me a different sense of purpose. To be able to get up and get dressed and have adult conversations was huge for me. You know, I like being able to mix. I get the best of both worlds. I get to be the one to wake my children up from a nap or take them to soccer practice. I get to be the one to do that, but I also get to bring in a paycheck and contribute to my family. And I just love that, you know, the opportunity is unlimited. And you can work it when you can. You could do it alongside what you've already got going on. And it's just a beautiful thing to be able to do both.
Well, Jenny, it's been great to have all these beautiful boys, and I know how crazy it is, and to see you be able to still contribute to your family's income. You know, while I know yesterday you had 4 boys in your car, and one of them was sledding inside the car. So it's crazy in your house. Very fun to see.
Let's not talk about that. Yeah,
No, it's
sledding inside the car is possible.
yeah, with our creative, healthy, high energy kids, right? Anything is possible. I think it's, you know, Jenna, you and I are similar in that we both have that corporate America background. We made that choice to stay home with our kids. And having a sense of purpose, every human being, I feel like, has that need inside of them. And it's not that you don't have a sense of purpose in raising your kids, you do, but you do have a need for some intellectual stimulation, for some adult conversation, for a little bit of a challenge. And I found that here. I found a community that was so positive, health conscious, engaging. I was always growing. I was always learning something new. And it was a totally different community than what I'd ever known in corporate America. It wasn't cutthroat. It was very like, everyone's here to help you rise up. And, you know, when I looked at the details of the compensation plan, that was brilliant too, from the standpoint that I could do it at my own pace. And I think that actually freed me up to do it very quickly at times, you know, and that's been an enormous blessing. I was able to replace my corporate income by the time my oldest was in first grade. That's huge.
Well, and as a single mom, for you to be able to be home when your kids are home, how many single moms get to really do that?
And I'm telling you, my boys are 9 and 12. From 3 o'clock to bedtime, these are the critical hours now. It used to be like 3 in the morning when they were awake, right? But those are the critical hours, and I want to be there and be present and be engaged in their lives, because it's also, everyone tells you like, oh my gosh, it goes so fast, and it really does. So I don't feel like I've missed anything. I feel like I've lived fully present, engaged, and I can look forward to that for the next, you know, 5 to 10 years as they continue to grow up.
Well, isn't that great? So like, Jenna, for you to not have to go back to your corporate job, I mean, that would be very difficult with 4 really young boys. What a blessing.
Yeah. Yes, and because childcare is so expensive too. That's another thing. You know, I get to choose mom care over daycare, and for me that was a huge decision, and it's been great.
Yeah, I know one thing I was really worried about is I didn't want to be a salesperson. I don't think anybody really wants to be a salesperson. And I love this because I was going to share it with people anyway. Like, why wouldn't I want my friends and family to hear about something, just, you know, being a resource to connect them to information? That's really all we do, so that they could have the same benefits that we were getting, you know, in our family. And one thing I think that's different about us versus a lot of other companies is that we're out to give versus get. We're out giving information and connecting people to that versus trying to get a sale. And my customers that I have in my, you know, that I've shared with, have been with me for 16 years. I don't have to keep selling them a new color or a new, you know, gadget. I just take care of them and let them know when their next orders come and if they're ready for it. So it's very mom friendly in that we don't have to have a bunch of quotas and a bunch of all of the silly games that sometimes come with, you know, in-home opportunities. And so to be able to do this when you want, where you want, with who you want, how you want, is pretty cool. And we can do it while we're, you know, I used to take my kids in the stroller and take them to the zoo. And, you know, a mom would say, well, tell me about this. And, you know, while the kids were eating, you know, when they couldn't be talking all the time, I would just share with her what it was. And that's how I built up to, you know, an amazing lifetime income stream, because I'm going to get paid forever. And we all have these circles, right? We all have these circles of people that we know, that we love. And you know what? They're going to have a great experience too. And they're going to share with some people. And some of those people are going to share with some people. And because I shared with a few of my really good friends, they shared with a few of theirs. And now we have helped people all over the world. And it's, you know, been such a blessing to see what's happening for people in their health, and knowing that I did that while I was raising my kids. That's pretty cool.
Really?
So
I really love how you said that, Reagan, because I've always said, hey, I built this. The beginning of this was definitely in the sandbox. And as a new mom, I needed to make some friends. So we were out making, mommy and play date friends and going to the groups and the swim lessons and all of that. And so it was just natural sharing Juice Plus. But in the beginning, when I made the decision to do it, I like that you brought up your concerns, Reagan. I was really concerned about, is this one of those things where I've got to buy boxes of Juice Plus and stockpile it in my basement and then drive it around and deliver it to people, between nap times, right? You're already trying to make a lot happen between 10 and 1 o'clock every day when your kids are little. So I love that our product ships directly to our consumers. It's fresh. It's got an expiration date on it. And I don't have to manage those details. There was no overhead input. And I really liked that because there's no risk. And I think for that reason, I was like, yeah, I will give it a try. But also because of such high quality people that were in the community that really spoke vision into my life, my vision kept growing. Once I made, 200, let's make it 400, and then let's make it 800. And it kept, building up. And that has been an extraordinary experience, not just for our lifestyle and time freedom, but for my personal confidence.
So you started out with Coffee Cash, then you went to Shoe Money, and then you went, goodbye job, right?
Yep. And what I love too is the company behind the product. When I kind of dove down, I knew that I was going to share it. It was going to be something that I was going to do anyway. So I kind of explored the company behind it. And what I found, I was pleasantly surprised by a company that was, built for the purpose of helping me build a part-time income while I get to help others at the same time. So you can feel good about, what you're doing, and you're making a huge difference. And I discovered the company had been around since 1970. And for me, I was like, okay, this place is going to be around for, generations to come. And being debt free was huge for me to know too, because you're going to get paid on time all the time. And it really is a company with a heart. I discovered, they give back to so many organizations, ones that were close to my heart, like St. Jude and, Volunteers of America and the Boys and Girls Club, just to name a few. So that really kind of sealed the deal when I heard how big of an impact they make to the, the community around us. So plus those benefits packages, not anything to shake a stick at either.
Yeah, all the Boys and Girls Clubs there, we're gifting every Boys and Girls Flower Garden a way to grow their own fruits and vegetables, which we have one of these in our garage, which is awesome.
There's just immense joy in being part of something that's bigger than you, that's giving back. I think it does something to transform what I call long days and short years with your kids, right? Mm-hmm. And to feel like at the end of the day, even if you're exhausted, even if you didn't win the battle with your toddler, even if they didn't potty train this week or whatever you're dealing with, we're dealing with middle school problems, right? You have a sense that I am making an impact, and I'm on a journey to continue to do so. And I don't have to be a perfect mom. I don't have to be a perfect, businesswoman that shows up at a corporate job and achieve. It's something much more deep and meaningful than that with our mission. And that's absolutely, I'm glad you brought it up, Jenna, tied to the company that we know and love, and the people behind it, the engine behind this that's been there for decades.
Yeah, and it is fun to have a corporate high CEO income, all the while being at home. And, if it's somebody, we have a lot of people that also have a job, and we have a lot of doctors and different kinds of medical professionals that are on our team, and they do this right alongside what they're doing too. So we're also in over 30 countries. So what that means for people is that if you have a friend who lives in Germany or Australia or any of the countries we're in, you can share Juice Plus with them, and they can, get on Juice Plus with their family with you, or they could even be part of your team. So it's kind of nice to know that you can kind of spread your fingers around the world and, just touch people and bless them. And it's really fun.
Well, and I think too, like, Jenna, I know you'll nod your head on this one. We don't have a boss, which is really nice. Like, have you ever had a boss you didn't like?
Yeah,
What we have instead, right? We all have. What we have instead are really terrific alliances within our teams where we buddy up and we help each other out and we do this together. And I think that there's a lot of value in living life that way. I think our kids start to pick up on that. And my hope for my sons is that they go into this world as collaborators and not competitors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Beautiful. Well, any closing thoughts from you girls? Anything you want to say to our future mompreneurs?
You know, I just wanted to mention, being a mom and being at home, you always wonder if you're going to have enough time to do something like this. And I never thought that I would have enough time to do this. But as what I discovered, one of my biggest points that I want to get across to everybody is it's easier when you're busier because you're out there talking to people. My life is crazy busy, just like yours is too. And so this is something that fits along perfectly alongside what you're already doing. So have no fear. It fits perfect.
I love that. I mean, I think that's so true. It fits in, and it's so, we know with Juice Plus that we are impacting the health of future generations. You know, we really are 3-4 generations into processed food, lots of toxins in our environment, lots of stress in our lives, and that's had an effect on our health. And to start to turn that around for our children, for their children, for our grandchildren is amazing. And our president has said to us, there's a million ways to make money. And isn't that the truth? There's a million opportunities out there right now, but there's only really a few ways to make a difference. So being able to blend those things together it's one of the greatest gratitudes of my life. I feel like I've had 3 babies, my 2 sons and my Juice Plus baby that is nourishing, thousands of people. And I'm thankful for that.
Absolutely. You guys both, you're not the ordinary chicks. You guys are way get to do this.
That's right.
We need more moms. We need more moms out there sharing the message. Our kids are growing up in the most toxic food environment in the history of mankind. So we need people that are willing to just be a resource for other people. And again, it's not about selling people something. It's about connecting them to the resource and just saying, hey, if I had something that could help, would you want the information? So we need you if you're, looking for a way to make a difference or make some income or both. We'd love to have you join our ranks. And I want to thank you for listening. I hope you're intrigued and I hope you want to learn more. And actually, I just hope you just want to join us. What the heck, right? And help us make a difference in the lives of family and keep kids healthy, keep you healthy, and, have a great way and a fun way to earn some extra income. And, again, right alongside being an awesome mom. So thanks so much for joining us. And we wish you a good night.